Hello everyone, it's Ninja Coda. How you guys doing? I'm back here again with another video, and if you look at your screen right now, you're seeing the website Nairaland Forum. Now, if you know this website, you know it's a website that is used a lot in Nigeria and African countries. There's a lot of news and gist and information that goes on this site, and people get to comment and share their thoughts and discuss, a proper forum. Now, you would be thinking that I'm currently on the Nairaland forum. No, I am not on the Nairaland forum. I'm actually on my localhost 3000, if you see it here. And that's because I cloned Nairaland with Next.js, Tailwind CSS, and Firebase. And I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do it from scratch. Now, you see, I've already set up my npm npx create next app file here. It's very simple. I'm going to be showing you guys that, but before we do that, let me show you guys a tour of the website. Right, it's very clean. You can see the color is matching the Nairaland color. It's just giving Nairaland vibes. It's indistinguishable from the actual Nairaland website. Now look at this here. You can see different current things going on. You can click on them, like you click on this one now, and you can see some information about it. You can see the pictures about it. Don't worry, my internet is very slow here, so it's just very slow. Now you can see some comments that have been made to this post. See this person comment here, posted 2 days ago. See this person comment here 2 days ago. He replied sweet with an image. This was just me actually just testing it out, but you're also going to be doing it, and you're also going to be testing it out with your own comments and your own pictures wherever you want to post. Okay, now to reply to this comment, he's saying, should I tell her I love her? You probably should not tell her that, bro. Don't tell her. Okay, so if you want to reply, just click on the reply button here. You get to put a post and say yes, this works. Okay, and then you choose a file. Let me see, do I have any spare image here? No. Okay, let's write it works. Okay, and then you comment. You see it's telling you posting, and it's telling you comment posted successfully. Okay, so if we wait for the comments to post, you can see here, yes, this works, posted a few seconds ago. Okay, so this site is working. You can see some adverts over here. If we go back to the main page with the link, we can also log in. You can see the login here. We can also create a topic. Let's create one topic for us here. If we click on this create topic, you can see you have some rules and regulations here. Category, say politics, subjects, really. Okay, then you can put your message, really. Okay, and then you can submit. Now it will tell you need to be logged in to create a topic. Okay, so to log in, all you have to do is to go to login over here. We don't have an account, so we're going to register an account. So you can see here it's saying new to Nairaland, so you put your email. I'm just going to say ninjacoda@gmail.com, and for the password I'm going to put ninja and ninjacoda. I'm going to say submit. Okay, so it's telling me here user created, proceed to login, and I say okay. So login to Nairaland. Okay, so I'm going to say ninjacoda@gmail.com, and I'm going to say ninjacoda. Okay, and I'm going to say submit. And you see it redirects me to the main page, and you can see here welcome NinjaCoda. Now a lot of people were, I just remembered, a lot of people were like telling me that my texts are very small. I'm very sorry for that. I usually use small text, and sometimes I forget to like increase it when I'm making these videos, but I'm going to increase the text in this video. Okay guys, so you can see now I'm logged in. Now I'm going to go and create a new topic, and I'm going to say politics, and I'm going to say you thought, okay, that's wrong. You thought you could stop me. Pam, pam, pam. Then my message is going to be like, I'm unstoppable. Okay, then we're going to go and look for a picture of Invincible. forgive my spelling, please. Okay, so we're going to go to an image. We're going to save this invincible image. Okay, just going to save it there, and we're going to pick that image now from my downloads. Okay, so invisible here, and we're going to submit. Okay, so you can see it's loading. So now it says successfully created topic. Navigate to your account topics to view. So if you just go to the main page, and I think we need to refresh here, and you can see here you thought you could stop me. Okay, so we're going to be creating the site from scratch, but what I would like you guys to do for me right now is to put a like on this video and subscribe. It really helps grow the channel. And I also want to give a quick shout out to someone who bought my coin gecko code on my buy me a coffee site. If you want to support the channel and support me, all you have to do is just to go to buy me coffee. How do I ever get this stuff? Okay, YouTube, let's see, Niger Coder. Okay, so whenever you just go to my website, just all you have to do is to go to, okay, leave that. All you have to go to is my buy me a coffee and help support my page. Okay, this was $25. Someone bought this and bought also admin panel for Jumia, and it really helped me. I love making these videos, and you guys are really like the support that has me going. So enough about me, enough about that. If you want to help me, you can go on there and like help me out to become a member. So let's get back to the video, okay guys? So now we're going to create this. Okay, we're going to create it from scratch. Okay, now the only thing I have here, so I'm going to make this bigger so that people can properly see everything I'm typing. I think this size is okay. Okay, so I've only done this. What I did npx create next app at latest. Okay, this is what I did. Okay, so when you do this, make sure you say yes to Tailwind CSS. Don't say yes to TypeScript. Say yes to Tailwind CSS. Say yes to app directory, because that's what we're going to be using. And you're pretty much good to go. Okay, and we're going to also install another package called I think I used Material UI in this, but let's just wait till we get there before we use all of that. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. So now this Nairaland, I'm going to close it, and we're going to be building this from scratch. Okay, all right, so now let's npmx this, run, no, npm run dev. Okay, so up and running. So it's loading. It's saying here button. Just leave that. All right, so you can see here it's up and running. Okay, so now let's go back here. Let's go to app directory and our page. We're going to just leave this. We're going to create a new folder. I'm going to say sites, and inside we're going to take this page and we're going to put it in here. Then here we're going to delete all of this because we don't need any of this. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to delete all of this. All right, perfect. Now first one we're going to do, we're going to come over here, create a new folder. We're going to say components. You guys know how I like to arrange my I like to arrange my things. Okay, so the first thing we're going to create some folders here, some important folders. So we're going to say inside components, we're going to create a new folder. We're going to say nav. Okay, and inside our navbar, we're going to create a file. We're going to say index.js. Okay, now, so we're going inside here, we're going to say rafc, and let's just say rfc. We're going to say nav. Okay, then over here I'm going to delete this. No, this. Perfect. Then we're going to say div class name. We're going to say bg. Okay, before we continue, we have to define our colors. Okay, so I think we need to also set up this UI first of all. Okay, don't use this UI. No, let's leave this UI. Now, for our Tailwind configuration file, we're going to be needing some custom colors because as you saw, Nairaland has some special colors, so we're going to be needing those things. So in our theme file here, what we're going to say colors. Okay, I'm going to say, I'm just going to paste these colors that we're going to be using here. It's just a few colors. So we're going to be using primary to be this, secondary to be this, and primary 2 to be this. Okay, that's just the special colors we're going to be using. Okay, so over here we can come back. We're going to say bg. We're going to say primary. Okay, we're going to say border 1, say border secondary, say shadow XL. We're going to say py3 px10. We're also going to say rounded 2xl. Then we're going to say margin top 2. Okay, now over here we're going to say Navbar. Then we're going to go to our app directory, the layout, and inside here I'm going to say this children here. We're going to come here. I'm going to say import that nav. Okay, perfect. So when we import that nav, we should see it here. Okay, that's just what I want to see. Then in our body directory here, this class name. So here we're going to put backticks. And here we're going to say perfect. Then we're going to say max width of 5xl, and then we're going to say mx auto. Then we're going to say px2. That's padding on both sides too. Then we're also going to go to our global CSS and delete all the CSS styling. So I stop having that. So you can see we have our navbar here. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go back to that navbar. Okay, we're going to go back to the navbar. We're going to say h2 class name. We're going to say text for Excel. Then we're going to say font bold. Then we're going to say text center. Then text green 400. Okay, here we're going to say link options. Why is it not giving us the proper import for link? So since it's not giving that to us, we're going to do it manually. Link from next link. Okay, so our link, our href is going to be slash. I'm going to have Nairaland for. Okay, is this should be the spelling of Nairaland now, have we? Yes, that should be the spelling. Okay, so after we have our Nairaland forum here, what are we doing next? We're going to say div, the class name. We're going to say text small. We're going to say text center. Okay, then here we're going to have we're just going to have the small right up here. We're going to create a new company. We're going to say guest.js. Okay, here we're going to say RAFCE. Okay, perfect. Then here we're not going to use div, we're going to use span. Then we're going to say welcome guest. Okay, no. Then we're going to say link. Still not importing properly for us, so we're going to say import it ourselves. So here we're going to say link ref. We're going to say redirecting to create account. Okay, we're going to create that page later on, but for now we're just going to put it there. Okay, it's in class name. We're going to say mx1 and say hover underline. Okay, register on Nairaland. Okay, here we're going to put this, and we're going to another link ref, and we're going to say /login, and we're going to say class name, and we're going to say mx1 over underline. Okay, then we're going to say login. Okay, so now that we have this, which is perfect, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to call it. So let's see how it looks. So you can see here we already have welcome guests, welcome to register on Nairaland or login. So that's exactly what we want. So let's go back. Now that we have the guests, we're going to come down. We're going to create another span. Then we're going to say /trending. Sorry, I just ate. It's a recent. I'm going to another link. Ref. Which is /new_topic. Okay, then we're going to say class name over underline cursor pointer margin left 1. Okay, no, left 1. All right, so okay, so that's how it's going. So you can see we've already done our create new topic. Okay, all right, perfect. So here now we're going to say BR, then we're going to say bold. Starts here. We're just going to put some random figures and just put that. Okay, so we have that done now. So here we're going to space out. You're going to say div class name flex mx auto max width 3 XL. All right, so we're going to say input type text class name rounded 2 XL and max width of 2 XL. Again, the width should be full. Border, dairy, and then have a border. Okay, then we're going to come down here. Say button class name pg white. Secondary. Rounded full. Margin left 2. Border 1. Text small. Okay. All right, so we have the search bar here. We have the write-up that we need here. So everything is looking perfect for the Navbar, right? So I think we need the footer now. We need to do the footer. Okay, so we have those two sections like complete. Okay, so let's go to the footer. Let's go to the components here. Let's create a new folder and say footer. Then create an index. All right, so in our index we're going to say RAFCE, and you can say footer. Okay, so the footer is just a little bit of like write up. It's not anything complex. I'm just going to copy that and paste that here for us. let me just copy that. So this is what we have in our footer, just background, primary, and some links. Okay, class name, from topic. Okay, so we need to create this from topic. So we're going to come to our global CSS here. We're going to create at layer components. This is how you create classes that you can use in your Tailwind CSS as you're writing it. Else you just have to put it as like a style. Okay, so this is how you can create like specific classes for your Tailwind CSS. Okay, so here we have dot for room. Okay, and if you use it this way, you get to also use write Tailwind CSS to code the CSS. Okay, for instance, now like if I use it any other way, if I had put like forum underscore topic here, right? Now, and I wanted to write some things inside here, right? Let's say here I was writing over underline bar. Here I would have to say dot forum topic. Then here I have to now say oh, all right. Yes, or is it two? I've been writing Tailwind CSS so long I've like forgotten how to write like normal CSS. So like let's say I had to like I wanted to say like font family. Now here I have to say font family, something like this, right? Or let's say I wanted to say font width. Okay, that's better. Let's say font width. I'll say bold, right? Now inside here I can just say font bold. Okay, so that's why you use this style here rather than using this style. Like if you're using this, you can just write it in Tailwind CSS, but if you're using this, you have to write it in traditional CSS. Okay, and we don't want to do that. Okay, we don't want to do that. So hover underline, hover cursor pointer. Tailwind CSS is like a bit weird when you like get started, but like once you get used to it, but like there's just no other way to code CSS. Like there really isn't. Like once you get used to it, okay. So we're gonna say box. You see at apply. Then we're going to say PG primary, border secondary, shadow Excel PY 300 to Excel and margin top 2. Alright, so we've done that. Perfect. Let's go back to our footer. This should work now. Let's go to layer and call this out. Okay, so our footer is perfect. Now we're going to be working on what's going to be in between here. So before we do that, obviously we need to create topics for anything to be in between here. So for us to create topic, we need to be logged in, and for us to log in, we need to start creating the login page, right? So in our login here, we're redirected to like login. So we're going to create on that page now. Okay, so let's come here, app, and say login, and say page.js. Okay, perfect. So here we're going to say RFC, say login, and this time around, I'm just doing that. We're going to say use clients. Okay, because this page we're going to just make it like a straight up. We're just going to make it a use clients, like client component. Yes, a client component. You forget some of these things like theory based stuff when like all you do is just to code, and you're so like embedded in practical, like you forget like some of the names of these things. But we're just going to turn this into a client component, okay? And that's what we're going to work with now. Now that is a client component, let's just get some styling on here. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have a div here. So we're going to say p class name, text center, font bold, and text Excel, MD, text to Excel, MY2. Okay, so what we're going to say, we're saying login to Nairaland. Okay, so login to Nairaland. So let's go there. Let's go to login. So as you can see, we have our login to Nairaland. Okay, so let's just create some text boxes. Okay, so we're going to say div class name and say bg primary. Okay, then we're going to say border. We say border 1. We say border under. I say rounded to Excel, shadow LG, margin top 2, width full. Okay, so here we're going to say div class name, and we're going to say bg primary. Now this primary and primary 2, you keep seeing me right. It is simply just, if you can see here, it is simply just referring to these colors that we have here. We have primary, we have primary 2. So anytime I use like text primary or text primary 2, it means color it with this color. If I use background secondary, it means use this color as secondary. Okay, so it's very, very simple. That's just what it is. Okay, okay, so let's continue. Let's go to our page. We'll stop at primary 2. So primary 2, padding of 1, and we're going to say text should be small. Then we're going to say text center, rounded to Excel. Okay, so here we're going to say login with email and password. Let's check that. Okay, login with email and password. Perfect. So here we're now going to another div. Class name, background just primary this time. I say padding 1. I say text SM, then I say text center, rounded B2 Excel. Okay, then here we're going to say span. I say bold. Say email. Then we're going to say input. Type text class name rounded full padding of 1 and outline none. Okay, and so I'm going to close this. So we have our email. So here we're going to duplicate this, and here we're going to say change this to password. Here we're going to change this to password. Okay, then here we're going to say button, and we're going to say class name bg white and border secondary. Okay, say border padding 1, rounded full margin left 2, border 1 text small. Okay, in this button we're going to say submit. Okay, perfect. Then we're also going to say in this, after this div here, we're also going to say another div, class name, text center, and we're going to say underline, text xx, and we're going to say text secondary. Okay, then here we're going to see at ref slash reg star. Okay, here we're going to say register an account. Okay, so let's see how we're looking. All right, so perfect. That is exactly what we want to show. Okay, now we have this set up. We need to get the values of the email and the password, right? So let's go up here. Let's go to this. Let's see constant email, set email, so equals to use state. Then we're going to do the same thing, say constant password, set password. They're also going to say constant error, set error to state. Then we're going to say constant loading, set loading. Then we're also going to say constant success, set success. So loading and success, we're going to set them to false. Okay, and then we're going to create a function here, say constant login user. Okay, it's going to be an async function. Okay, so I think for now we're good. Okay, let's connect the inputs to them. So we're going to say on change, not on click, on change. You're also going to see change set password. Okay, down the bottom we're going to say on click login user. All right, don't you just love programming? So now there are two things we need to do. We want users to get logged in, so we're going to use Firebase for all of that, the authentication, right? But we also need to use Next-Auth. This is to when user logs in, the session of the user email or wherever you're using or ID has to be routed throughout all the pages, right? So we need to create a session. I'm going to be using Next-Auth to do that. Okay, so to use Next-Auth is very simple. All you have to do is go to the Next-Auth website and just to get started. Very simple. So see it here. Let's copy this. Come here. And install that. It didn't go, so we're going to clear sudo Next-Auth. Okay, how you guys feeling, man? We're like how many minutes into the video? Hope you guys are still pumped. All right, so it's done. Okay, so now the Next-Auth is done. We're going to be creating some files for our application. Okay, so we're going to be creating a folder in our app directory called context. Inside, we're going to create this content called authprovider.js. Here, we're going to say RFC, auth provider, exactly. We're going to pass in children here. Okay, so now that we've passed children, here we're going to say session provider. Why is this import not going properly? So we're going to say session provider. This thing is automatically like just showing up. And here we're just going to pass children. Okay, so we're going to say import from Next-Auth React. Then your let's just CSS here. We're going to say auth provider. I'm going to wrap everything around it. Okay, so that's what we wanted to do. Okay, then in our API, in our app directory, you're going to create something called API and create another folder here. Next-Auth. Okay, and in our Next-Auth, we're going to be creating two files. We're going to be creating options.js, and we're going to be creating route.js. In the route.js, we're just going to be putting this, and in the options.js, okay, in the option.js, we're going to be using, we're going to say export constant options equals to, here we're going to say pages. We're going to sign in page / login. Perfect. And you say providers. We're going to be using the credential. Okay, let me not get the spellings wrong. Let me just paste this. Okay, so we're going to be using the credentials provider. Okay, which is just going to be the credentials. I was just going to use in the email, and normally we would use logic here to check, but we're going to be doing it from the login file itself. So we're not going to be using any logic here. Okay, so we're just going to leave this here. We're going to come back to this. Okay, so let me close this. Let me close all of this. Now that we've created the login file, we need to create the sign up file. Okay, so close all of this. I'm going to say register. Okay, I'm going to say page.js. So the register file is very similar to the login page. So we're just going to go to the login page. I'm going to copy this. We're going to go to the register page and paste this. Then we're just going to come here and change this to register. Okay. Then we're going to change this to registered. Create Nairaland account. Okay, so there's npm run this and refresh this. See if our page is loaded here. See, it's loading. It's currently loading here. I have the fan on, but like still feel heat. There was no light to the cycle on AC or anything. So what is it saying? Say React context is not available in server-side components. We know because this is a server-side component. React context is unavailable in server components. Stringify, login. Is it because I used it in the layout? Okay, I think context. Let's delete this. Say use client. Alright, so perfect. So create account, comes to create Nairaland account. So we have our email and password and submit. Now, how are we going to go about this? If you guys are familiar with Firebase, it's very easy to set up. So let's just go to Firebase. So when you go to Firebase, you just go to your console. I have a video about linking your React application with Firebase. I'm going to put the link of that in the description. Make sure you check it out so you get a proper understanding of how to use Firebase. Okay, so over here now, you can easily just say create a project, write your project name, follow the steps. I'm not going to do that. I already have one created already for me, which is Nairaland, and I don't want to create too many. So when you have one created like this, you've set up and everything. First thing you're going to do is go to Authentication and press Get Started. To show you Get Started if it's the first time you're using it, and I want you to click the email and password method of authentication. That's what we're going to be using. So email and password. Okay. Once you click the email and password, you are good to go. These are all the accounts I created here. I created this one while we were like doing like a demo. So once you've created it, it's going to be very simple. Then I want you to go over to project settings, right? Then click on the web version, and we're going to add a web app. Okay, once you've added a web app, you're going to want to install Firebase to your projects. So we're going to cancel this thing. So we're going to say sudo npm install Firebase. So we want to install Firebase to our projects. Once we do that, we have a bunch of keys that we're using here, right? So what we're going to do, those keys are very important because we're going to be creating a .env.local file, and where we're going to be storing those information. Do I even use that? Okay, yeah, we're going to use that for our Next-Auth secrets. So I want you to paste this here. This is going to be for our Next-Auth here. It's going to be used for this. Okay, so make sure you paste this here. If not, your auth will not work. Okay, so let's just close that. Then I want you to create a Firebase config file over here. Let me just copy that. So create a Firebase config.js file over here, and make sure you have this inside here. Now your API key, these keys are going to be gotten from here. It's text small. Okay, no wonder. Okay, they are going to be gotten from here. Okay, it's what you're going to put here. Don't copy my own. No. Don't copy my own. Okay, then once you put that there, just write all of these constants. Okay, it's very, very simple. Once you've done that, we are good to go. Okay, so let me see. Once you have that set up, go to our authentication, and now we're going to like use this function here and sign up user. So we'll say npm run dev. So this is login user. We're going to change this to register user. I'm going to come to that button and change this whole thing. Register user. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead with registering user. Okay, first one we're going to do was set error. So if there was an error previously, it will be nullified. Okay, so no. And we're going to also say set success to no. Then we're going to say we're going to validate both the email and the password, and we're going to have a special file for that. Okay, in this place here, we're going to close all of them. Then we're going to create a folder called lib. We're going to create a file called validations. Okay, then we're just going to copy these validations and paste here. Okay, so this is validation of the email, this validation of the password, and we're going to say validate email and password. We're going to pass the email and the password through it. And if it is not an email, it's going to return false. If it's not a password, it's going to return false. If it passes the two checks, it's going to return true. Okay, so we're going to go back to our code. Okay, so here we're going to now say constant validate equals to validate email and password. The pass email, I'm going to pass the password through here. I'm not going to say if it turns out as an error, we want to set error to email or password is not valid. Then we're going to return. Okay. So if that passes through, we're going to say try. I'm going to say constant user equals to create user email and password. Then we're also going to need auth from our Firebase config file. This authentication here, we're going to copy that. I'm going to use it here, and then we're going to say catch error. Then we're going to say set error in case there was any error to error creating user. Now we don't want to show them that. Then we're going to now say console.log error. Then we're going to say return. Then if that passes through, we're going to say alert user created successfully, proceed to login. Okay, then we're going to say window dot location dot ref equals to login. All right, perfect. The perfect function. Okay, so let's go ahead and test it out. Here I'm going to bring out my console here. I'm going to cancel all of this. I'm going to say James. I say submit. Okay, so we don't have any way of showing the error, so that's why we're not seeing anything. Do you set up the loading? I don't think we set up the loading. Okay, no, we didn't set up the loading. Okay, we'll do that. Let's come back. So we need to also install Material UI. I'm just realizing that. So let's go to Material UI and get started. So this is Material UI. So I'm just going to copy this and see if it's going to like work. Okay. Ctrl+C, clear, sudo space. Oh, I feel good. All right, so we're going to allow that load. We're going to allow that load now. Okay, guys. So let's work on the loading. So here we're going to say set loading to be true. Okay, to be false. And here we're going to say loading and okay, so if it's loading, then here we're going to say if there's error, and we're going to use an alert system for MUI. So here we're going to say and. All right, perfect for the warning. So let's go back here. Let's refresh. I wish I could play music while I'm coding, so I have something to like beat to. I always forget to like search something that I could use while coding. What's the problem here? It's saying they complain about this. Okay, maybe I did the format wrong, so let me just try and correct that. maybe I didn't import the credential provider, maybe that's why. All right, so create Nairaland account. So we're going to be saying James, I'm going to submitting. See, alert is not defined, so let's go to alerts and try and define it for material UI. Refresh. To cancel this. So James, submit. Email or password is not valid. Let's put a bit of space with that. Say class name. Okay, perfect. Email is invalid, so we're going to say james@gmail.com. Then password, we're going to say James. Say submit. What's going on? One thing we forgot to do, I think, we cleared the error. This is register, right? It's register user. We're supposed to clear the error when the user clicks submit. It's not clearing. What's going on? Let's refresh. So james@gmail.com. I say James. Submit. Email or password is not valid. Okay, in the validations we have the password should be more than 7 letters. Okay, so let's say James. Error creating user. Okay, what happened? Create with user email and password is not defined. Okay, we didn't define it. Silly also. Create user and password. So let's try and define it. It's not coming up. So we're just going to import this, but the import statement, I couldn't get it, so I'm just going to fetch it from here. We're not going to use sign in, we're just going to use create user. And yeah, reduce this. So let's go back, let's refresh and say james@gmail.com and the password James, submit. User created successfully, proceed to login. Okay, perfect. Let's check our Nairaland. I say Nairaland. Let's check our Firebase. Let's see if it was actually created. Okay, so you can see it here, James. Okay, perfect. So that worked flawlessly. We know it's not a real password. Okay, perfect. So let's go to our login and let's work on this. And we're going to get some things from here, these errors and stuff. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to log in and we're going to paste this here. Then inside here is where the magic is going to happen. Okay, guys. So same thing with here. We're just going to copy this first part. I'm going to copy. We're actually just going to copy this whole thing here. It's actually the same thing, so we're just going to come here and paste it. The only difference we're going to do is I'll fetch this. Then here we have to change it with sign in with email and password instead of create. Okay, then we have to properly import it. Okay, so I'm going to import it like this. I think I feel like we're missing some other things we're supposed to import, like this alert. Okay, I've imported the alert now. Okay, so now login the user, validate the parameters, and then here we're going to try to sign in with email and the password. Okay, so if they do sign in now, what we're going to say, we're going to come down here, we're going to access our Next-Auth now. So we're going to say if there's a user, right? If there's a user, we're going to say await sign in. This is supposed to be gotten from Next-Auth, but that is not working properly. So we're just going to get that import statement. So we're going to get the import statement here, sign in from Next-Auth. Okay, perfect. Okay, We're signing in with Next-Auth. What are we signing in with? We're going to say we're going to sign into credentials. The same credentials that we have here, credentials. So the only field we need for these credentials is email. That's the only thing this credential is collecting. So when we go back to the login, we're going to say credentials, and we're going to say we're coming in with our email, which is our email. Then we're also saying redirect should be true, and you should please redirect him to callback URL to the main page. Okay, and then after you do that, you return. Okay, then if none of this happens, we should say set error to the email does exist. Okay, so perfect. Now let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, so login, we're going to say goat@gmail.com. Then we're going to say goat. I'm going to say submit. Say error creating user. Why is it saying error creating user? Let's go back. Is this login to Nairaland now? This is the login to Nairaland. Okay, so why is it saying error creating user? Okay, see it here. Say error creating. Say error user doesn't exist. Okay, perfect. So if we submit it with it, it says error user doesn't exist. Okay, perfect. So now let's log in with james@gmail.com. Cancel this to James, and submit. It's our page frozen. Let's refresh. And also, it's not showing when we set login and loading to be true here. It's supposed to load this. I don't know why it's not loading that. So let's try again. Let's say james@gmail.com. Here we'll say James, submit. Still saying user doesn't exist. Why is it saying that? The auth, did we import the auth? Okay, we did not import the auth. You can see. So let's refresh. So james@gmail.com. James. Still loading. Why do we have this error? It's saying if user is not defined. Okay. Let me see. User sign in. Okay, what we're going to do? We're going to cancel this and say here. Let's say let user. Okay, perfect. Refresh. James@gmail.com. James. This action with HTTP get is not supported by. What do you mean this action with HTTP get is not supported by? Hold on. Okay, so what are we doing here that is strange? We have await sign in credential redirect true. What version of Next-Auth are we using? Version 4? If it's still version 5, have it. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, so what is the issue we're having here now? It's saying action with HTTP get not supported by API auth error. Let's go back. Let's refresh. Let's cancel this. Let's try again. James at. But before we do this, let's go back to the login page and let's echo some of these things and say console.log user. Okay, so here we're going to say Gmail. And submit. It's still having that issue. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to cancel all of this. I'm going to say window.location.ref equals to, and then here we're going to say alert login successful. Okay, so let's go back. Let's refresh this. So James@gmail.com. James. Okay, pending. This is an async function. This user we put sign in dot. We put sign in, but we didn't put await on this. So we need to come here and say await. Okay. Let's go back to login. No problem. I say James.com. I say James submit. Loading. Login successful. We'll go here. Okay, now we want to check if maybe that await that we didn't put was the reason why this was throwing up an error from here. So we're going to go back. We're going to redirect to be true. I'll say call back URL to be slash. So let's refresh this and say james@gmail.com. James. Let's say submit. Successful. Okay, there's no way we could know because we have a redirect here. So let's cancel these two things. Let's go back to login. So it'll say James. I hope you guys are learning a lot. Like, you should be learning a lot from here. This action with HTTP GET is not supported by Next-Auth. I don't know why it's saying that. Is this a new style that they are using or something? Just don't understand it. But anyway, it's not really redirecting, so we're just going to leave that and use our own method of redirection. Okay, so user should be redirected now. I said user should be redirected. The user should be logged in now. So how do we check that? We're going to application. I'm going to check session. For this, we don't have any session here. It's supposed to be in session, or did it cancel? So what we're going to go back to login and say james@gmail.com. We're supposed to see I'm supposed to see a session for this site, or it should be in cookies. Okay, it's in cookies. All right, so we have the session over here, and they're all encrypted, but we'll be able to decrypt them to get the information back. Now, when we're creating the options here, we returned the user with the email. We returned the user email that we got from when we passed awaiting two credentials. The email we passed, that was james@gmail.com. We passed it to be returned to Next-Auth, like the session. So we're going to get that session back over here. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to go to Navbar. Okay, so components nav index. So how are we going to get it? So we're going to come here. We're going to say constant data session equals to use session. So we're going to get a use session. So we're going to say import use session. I don't know why I'm not getting on my import statement. Next-Auth React. Okay, perfect. So here we're going to just say console.log data. Okay, so we're going to refresh this. React context is unavailable in several components. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to tell this to use this client. Okay, now it's saying data is not defined. Why is data not defined? Okay, no, it's not supposed to be data, it's supposed to be session. Okay, so let's go to console. Here we're getting null, so let's cancel this and refresh. So it's saying undefined. So let's go to login and log in with james@gmail.com. James submit. Okay, perfect. So it's saying undefined. Why is it saying undefined? We got that data here now. Oh, we. Index 9. It's index 9 that we're using. So why is it saying undefined? We need to find a solution for that. So we have our use section, which we import from Next-Auth React, and we're console logging that use section. We're supposed to see so you can see we're getting an error here saying this is not a valid JSON syntax error, unexpected token. I think the issue we're getting is from this login here. Let me move this out of the way. Let's go back to this login here. That's one thing with code. No matter how you foolproof it, something will always show you. Something will always work differently when you start working with it. Okay, we sign in with the user here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to say return here. Okay, so we want to try and figure out where this error is coming. This is a valuable lesson you need to also see for learning how to debug your applications. So gmail.com, James submit. Okay, so we have james@gmail.com here. Okay, positive, and we pass james@gmail.com into our credentials, right? Now this sign in, do we import it, and in here we're using this sign in as /login. Okay, now if we come over to our application, we have all of this, right? So we're going to delete, I'm going to refresh here. Okay, so if user exists, we're supposed to await sign in with our credentials. So we're not even using redirect or anything again, and we're just passing in email as email. Okay, so we're going to just pause this. Then here we're going to say James. Okay, same error. This action with HTTP GET is not supported by Next-Auth. Okay, so what is the problem exactly in Next-Auth? Now, in our providers, we have, let's check this provider's configuration. Providers, we have credentials. Okay, so this is our credential provider, right? Credential. Let's see the syntax we're using and the syntax that they're using. I don't know, maybe they changed something recently. Okay, so we have the name credentials. Okay, perfect. The credentials we're having is only one with the type of string, label email. Okay, perfect. And we're seeing ASIC authorized credentials request. I'm just getting the credentials.email. And I'm returning user. I'm even trying to console log user here and it was not working. So what could be the remedy for this? Because the email we're using here was in constant user equals to email credentials.email, which is supposed to be this credentials email that we're getting, right? Credentials.email. I will console log that email. So now that we're returning the email, okay. Oh, so it may be that the endpoint doesn't exist, which was what I was checking. I just get some sign in, sign out, sign out. Session providers. Okay, let's try this sign. Let's try this and see. Oh, I'm just using the function. Why is the function not working again? Okay. I see where we made a mistake after checking. The mistake that we made was that this folder is supposed to be inside an auth folder. So we're supposed to take this and put it inside here. That was the issue we were having. So let's go back and check. Let's refresh this. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Let's try now. Let's try. Say James at Gmail. Come. I say James. Ah, simple error. Simple error. Cause I was wondering like what was going on. Like I was like, or did they change next? Next.js, I didn't know. You can see now we're getting that information we're looking for. All right, perfect. Everything is working perfectly now. So in the login page here, we can now say redirect should be true, and we can say callback URL should be slash. So if we come here and we see james@gmail.com, James, and we submit. All right, so everything's working perfectly now. So now we have this data that we get from the Navbar, which we're going to work on now. Okay, so in the Navbar we get the session. We don't need to display it again. And then here in our guest, what we're going to do, we're going to create another folder here. We're going to say user.js. And here we're going to say RFC. I'm going to copy this user. We're going to get an email as props. Then we're going to say welcome. Okay, let me just copy this to not make the video too long. So we're just going to say we're going to get sign out from Next-Auth, and we're going to say display the email of the user that we're going to get through props, and we're going to say if the user clicks the logout button, the person should be signed out. Okay, so that's just what we're doing there. So over here now, we're going to say session user email, and we're going to say session dot user email. Okay, then we're going to say, I'm going to close this, copy and paste it here. Okay, so you can see now if you're logged in, you have this James gmail.com. If we log out, you can see the person is logged out automatically. And if we go back to login and we say James at gmail.com and we put James and press submit, you can see it switches. Okay, so that is that. Finally, we have everything there set up. So now let's get moving. Okay, what's the next one we need to do? Let's go to the site page. Okay, we're not doing anything on this page here. All right, so let's just hold on. I wanna cry, can you tell? So we're going to go to our components. We're going to create a folder. We're going to say home, and we're going to create a file. We're going to say forums.js. Okay, and this is just a bunch of forums that we're just going to copy and paste here. As you can see, just a bunch of forums. So I'll come here. We're going to say forums. I want to break my multi-million setup, Naira setup. Okay, I have it set up now. All right, so this is just what we wanted to paste, and the next thing we have our topics. Okay, so we're going to come here. So first one, we're going to create new topic. Okay, so we're going to go to create new topic page. So let's create that page first. Just come here, close everything, go to app. I'm saying new topic. Okay, then we'll create a page.js. And here we say RFC new topic. So we'll go to our components. I'm going to create a folder, say new topic. Then we're going to create index.js, and they're also going to create rules.js. And the rules is just a bunch of rules that we want them to know. So we're just going to paste that here, just a bunch of rules. Okay, then we're going to go to our index. All right, so I think now this page is working. Here we're going to say RFC. I'm going to say new topic. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that as a new topic, we're going to come over here. Okay, no, we can't have it having the same. So let's come here and say new topic page. Here we're going to say new topic. Okay, perfect. It's working perfectly now. So we're going to create a bunch of use states. I'm just going to paste that here. Session import use session from Next-Auth /React. Okay, so this data is just some bunch of data that we're going to use. The subject, the category, the message, the attachments 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the images the person is going to be uploading, then the error, success, and the loading state, and also the use session. Okay, but I don't think we're going to be using that session itself. Then we're going to create a function here called constant submit data equals to async. Okay, so perfect. Now in this div here, I'm going to say class name. I'm going to say text small. I'm going to say box, say p3, and this box is from this CSS that we created, this box here. Okay, so here we're going to import our rules. So you're importing comments that needs to use still on. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to come here and say use client. Alright, so you can see we already have the rules set up. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to pick a category. Okay. Alright, so this is very simple. We're just using a select with unchained to set the category here, and these are our options. Okay, so the category is just here for you to select. Okay. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do, we're going to do subjects, and we're going to unchange to set the subject, and we're going to do the message, and we're also going to a text area and unchange to set the message. Okay, so you can see subject and the message. Okay, then over here we're just saying the button, we're tying the button to the submit data function we created here. Here we're just saying if it's loading circular progress that we're going to get from material UI, then alerts material UI, and if there's success, and also if there's error. And this is the attachment for the files that they're going to be, the users are going to be uploading. So we're going to go through the file now to explain it better. So let's say input type file, right? We say on change. You can say event, right? Then we can say if the event dot target dot files dot name does not match any of these. Let me just copy that regret expression. If does not match any of these, or the event dot target dot files, first one in there, because it comes as an array. If you wanted to take many files, all you have to do is put multiple. Like inside here, you just add multiple, and you can take multiple files. Okay, so files, then we're going to say dot the size. If it is greater than 5,000, this is 5 million. So that 5 million is 5 megabytes, okay, because it's going in like kilobytes. Is it kilobytes? Yeah, kilobytes. Megabytes is just 5 million bytes. Yes, 5 exactly bytes. Exactly. Okay, so if any of these conditions happen to be met, we're just simply going to say set error to be you uploaded a wrong file type, please change it. Okay, and then return. Okay, now if it's okay, we're going to now say set attachment 1 to be event dot target dot files 0. Okay, so close, and then close. All right, so you can see, very simple, very simple. And we're going to repeat this for file 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we're just going to repeat the same thing, but instead of attachment 1, we're going to attachment 2, into attachment 3, and we're going to do attachment 4. Okay, so that is done. We're going to go to this function, and it's going to be very simple. We're going to say set error to always reset to null, and we'll say set success to null as well. If session set error to be you need to be logged in to create a new topic. Okay, you say return. Okay, so we're also going to say if there's nothing in subjects, or there is nothing in message, or there's nothing in category, say set error to please fill out all information. Okay, then also set return. Then here we're going to now say set loading to be true, right? So after we set loading to be true, okay, one moment guys, one moment. Okay, sorry guys, I had to go take my medicine. All right, so loading to be true. Then now we're going to submit the topic. Okay, so we need to go to lib and create post data.js. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to lib and post data. Okay. Here, I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to explain it as we're, because this is a very complex function. Okay. All right. So what are we doing here? First thing we're saying, we're defining this function submit topic. We're sending in a subject, message, category, images, and user image email. Okay. So first of all, we're creating a Nairaland unique ID with version 4D. So we're creating a unique ID for what we're sending to the database. Okay. So before you even send anything to the database, I forgot. Let's go to here. You need to activate your storage by going to storage and clicking on get started. If it's the first time you're opening it, that's how it will show for you. So I just need to refresh this. Okay, so in your storage, just click get started and you'll be able to like send files to your storage. And also you need to also get started in your Firestore database. And then when you do that, I want you to create a collection and name it topic. Just create a collection like this and give it an ID and name it topic. And then we can insert multiple things inside this topic. Okay, so let's go back. So once we create this unique ID, console log images, we don't need to do that. Just close that. So the let images URL, so we're going to create an array of all the URLs of all the images you uploaded, because we're first going to upload them to Firebase storage, and then we're going to get the link and we're going to put it in an array. So if you give us 4 images, it's going to upload them and then get the link and then create an array of 4 image URLs. Okay, that we're going to upload to the Firestore database. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. So we're using a for loop to go through each of the images. So for the first image, we're going to store it in an image ref in storage. This storage is gotten from here, Firebase config. So in your storage, we're going to use our Nairaland unique ID that we created. If you come over here, let's go to storage. You can see that's what was going on over here, all the unique IDs that are here. So after I create a unique and put that in the ID folder, we're going to put in it with the image name, and that's what we're going to upload it. After we upload it, we're going to get the download URL of it, and then we're going to add that to the images URL array. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Then once that is done, we're going to say topic collection ref of the topic, and we're going to add a document to that collection of subject, message, category, user, email, and images URL. Okay, it's very simple. If everything goes well, it will send return true. If it doesn't go well, it will say return false. And we're also supposed to say console.log the error. Okay, so now let's go back to here. Okay, okay, let's go back to here. So here we're going to say constant response equals to await submit topic. We're going to pass in the subject, we're going to pass in the message, we're going to pass in the category, then we're going to pass it an array of attachment 1, attachment 2, attachment 3, and attachment, what's attachment 4? Okay, attachment 4. Okay, so after that, we're also going to send, we also need to send the session. Okay, here we say if you don't have session, you'll be logged out to create new topic. Okay, so we're also going to send the session dot user dot email. Okay, so we're going to say if session exists, send this, else send yes. Let's just say it like that. So if session exists, we'll send this. If it doesn't exist, we'll send this. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Then after that, it's pretty much very simple. We're now going to check if it's true or false. That comes at the response we get. I think this is the async function, right? Yeah, async. Okay. So if response is true, says successfully created topic. If it's false, couldn't create a topic. So let's test this out. So here we'll say category romance. Okay, let's first refresh the page. Category romance. Me, I am a good guy. Yes, it's true. Then we're going to pick an attachment. One I downloaded recently, Invincible, and we're going to submit. So you see, successfully created topic. Navigate to your account topics to view. So we're going to go to the main this thing here, and this time I'm going to close everything. Then to our site, we're going to create a function. We're going to say constant data equals to await fetch. Okay, we don't have that yet. Okay, we don't have that. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave and we're going to create a new file. We're going to say fetch data.js. Okay, so in this fetch data.js, I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. Just a bunch of functions. So here we're going to fetch all the topics from our collection. This is our collection here, topic. We're going to fetch all the topics with a query, get docs, and we're going to map it through this, and then we're going to return the result. Okay, so here we're going to say constant data equals await. I'm going to say fetch topics. Okay, then I think we created a topic. We didn't create that. Okay, so we're going to create something here. We're going to say no, it's a folder topics, and we're going to say no, that's not what we're going to say. We're going to say index.js. Okay, so here we're going to now come here. We're going to say topics. Okay, we're going to say topics. We're going to say data. Okay, because this data that we get here. Default async function. All right, perfect. So we have our topics here, and we get the data. So here we're going to get that data. Then we're going to come here. We're now going to see. We're going to move this div here. Push this. So here we're just simply going to say, okay, let me try and put this. All right, so here we're just going to say news, Twitter, Facebook, how to advertise. Then we're going to say link through all the topics with topic ID, slash topic ID, because this ref we're going to create this in a moment. But let's create this so that you properly understand what I'm saying here. So here we're going to create a new directory called token. Sorry, I said token. I've been working with too many crypto projects lately. So we're going to say topic, and then we're going to create another folder here. I'm going to say topic idea. Okay, here we're going to rename this. Let's say topic ID. Then inside here, we're going to create a page.js. So this is going to say direct us to this topic, and this ID is going to be this ID here. Okay, then we're just saying the key because we're mapping through the data. We're saying the key index, and we're just displaying the topic subject here. Okay, so let's go and you can see how everything came out. Yeah, it's already out like that fast. Okay, so everything is already here. Perfect. I'm a good guy. Let's click on this. I say the default export is not a React component. Okay, fine. Just fine. No wonder. Okay, so over here now in the topic page, we're going to say RFC, and we're going to say topic page. Okay, now we're going to go to our fetch data. Where's our leave fetch data? Okay, in our fetch data we have fetch topic by ID, which fetches all the topics, and you can see we're passing the ID here, and we're trying to find the topic with the ID of the ID we're passing here. And if it is, if we don't get it, it's returning false. If we do get something, it's returning the data that we want. So when we go to topic ID here, we can now say constant topic equals to await and fetch topic by ID. So we need to pass the ID here. This needs to be async. Here we need to get the params. Okay, perfect. Get the params. Here we're going to pass the params dot topic ID. Okay, so once we get that data, we're going to say if topic is false, return data not available. All right, perfect. So here we have the ID. So let's click this. So we're not getting that, so that means the data is available. So we need to get the topic details. So what we're going to do, we're going to say components. We're going to create a file, say topic details. I'm going to create, we're going to say index.js. Here we're going to say RAFCE. Say topic details. Okay, perfect. So we're going to come back here. We're going to come back here. I say topic details. Okay, so topic details, we're going to import that, and then we're going to pass in the details as this topic. Okay. All right, perfect. So we get that. So now we're going to work in our topic details page here. Okay. So here we're getting the details. Right? Perfect. So we need to display this information. Let's just say details dot subjects. I'm a good guy. So he's a good guy. All right. So instead of having the subject like that, we're going to come here. We're going to delete this. Have a subject like that. Okay, you can see he's a good guy here. Then we're going to have an add section of this. Okay, now we get our add section. Very neat, very neat. It's just like a flex. Okay, then we're going to display more data here. Here we're just displaying the subject and the category it was posted, the message itself, and we're mapping through the images. Okay, so you can see here, I'm a good guy posted in category romance. Yes, it's true, and the image that we uploaded. Okay, so that's just what we're displaying here. Okay, now we need to work on the comments. People being able to comment, right? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to get some of this our use states. We're going to put here, and we're going to fetch this use state, and we're going to come here and tell it it's a use client before it throws a bottleneck. So we're going to go through this together. Okay, so let's start with the first one. All right, so over here we're going to paste this. All right, this is a reply over here, and okay, no, we're not supposed to paste this here. Delete this, paste this here. All right, so this is a reply link, no, reply text, sorry. If the user clicks this, we're going to be able to set display comments to because display comments is currently set as false. So if you set as false, when we say display comments here and show something, okay, so if we come here, we click on it, you see it's currently set as false. So if it is true, it will show something. So on click, we're just changing it. If it was true, it would be false. If it's false, it would be true. So we're just changing to the opposite of whatever it is. Okay, so show something, hide, reply, hide. Okay, so that's just what we're using that for. Okay, so I want to cancel this and change this to a div. And then first one, we're going to say class name text left. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to set a text area. This text area is we're going to use it to set our comment over here. So if the user clicks this, they can type a comment, and we don't want it to be bio, we want it to be comment. Okay, so very simple, just comment. Okay, then we also want the user to be able to like upload an image as well. That's why we had this set attachment 1. So the comment and attachment 1, you're able to set a comment and one image only. So over here, over here we're going to set an input file with the same way we did the attachments when we were uploading a new topic. We're checking to see if it matches this, and we're also checking the size. Then we set it to attachment 1. Okay, then if it's loading, okay, then we're going to see another div, class name nothing. Here we're going to see button name padding 2 bg primary. Then we're going to say rounded to Excel border black mx also so here we're going to see constant comment on post. So here we're going to say on click comment on post. Okay, perfect. So let's refresh this. You click, you choose file, and you comment on the post. All right, so now that that's done, okay, yes, that's done. What we're going to do now, we're going to say if there's nothing in comments, right? We're going to say alert, please enter comment, okay? And we're going to say return. So if there's actually something, we're going to say set loading should be true. Then we're going to say constant response equals to await. So now we're going to send the comment. So we're going to go to our post data, and you can see here we already have a comment function. It's very simple. We get the comments, the image, and the ID. Now, why are we getting the ID? Okay, seeing my battery is low. Let me get my charger quickly before it turns off. Charger to the rescue. Okay, so charger is connected. We are all good. Charger is charging. Okay, perfect. So now we need the ID of the post, the topic, okay, that this comment is going to be on, okay. Then we need the image that user uploaded, and we need the comment itself, okay. So here we're saying let URLs equals to this. If there's image at all, we want to upload the image to comments folder with the image name, and here we're uploading the comments, and here we're getting the URL, and then we're passing that URL into this let URLs, okay. And then here we're just saying the comment collection ref is the comment which we want to go to our Firebase, that Firestore database. I want to create a new collection called comments, okay. So that collection called comments, we're going to add a doc. We're going to see the message is the comments else null, the image is URL else null, and then the date added is going to be date.now, and then the ID of the topic, okay. And then if everything goes fine, we're going to return true. If everything goes bad, we're going to return false. So here we're going to say await send comment. Then we'll say comment attachment 1 and details dot id. Okay, after this we're going to say set loading false. Then we're going to say if it came out, the response is if the response is false, okay, if the response is false, say alert unable to send comments and return. Okay, if it was good, say alert comment posted successfully, okay. Then we say window.location.reload, okay, and then we say true. All right, so let's make a comment, okay. Let's refresh this. Let's say reply yes boy, and let's comment loading, comment posted successfully. We'll say okay and refresh the page. Now that we've commented of this, we can't see our comment. Why can we not see our comment? Let's go back. Now we need to fetch those comments, okay. So we need to create a function to do that. We're going to say constant load comments. So we're going to say here, we're going to say constant comments equals await fetch comments by details dot ID. Now this fetch comment, let's go there. This fetch comment was simply fetching all the comments where ID equals to this ID. So we're going to this file store. We're saying fetch the comments where this ID equals to the ID of the topic. Okay, that's just what we're doing here. So when we get that data, we're querying it, we're getting the docs, and we're returning it as a result. Okay, so let's go back to this place. Okay, so now that we fetched it, we're going to say set comments, because over here we created comments here. We're going to set comments with the comments. Okay, then we're going to set loading comments to be false, because initially we have this loading comments to be true. So when you open the page, it's obviously loading your comments, because we're going to be using effects load it immediately when the page load. This effect is when the page renders. Yeah, is it renders or when the page sets? Either of that language. Okay, so we're going to say set loading comments false, and then okay, no, we don't want to comment it, just leave that. Then now we're going to say use effects. Okay, and then we're going to say load comment. That's what we're going to do. So now what does it matter? Saying details not defined. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go down here and paste this. Now, if the loading comments here is going to tell us loading comments, you can see here it's showing loading comments. Moments not defined. Okay, we also need to install Ctrl+C clear sudo npm install moments and react moments. Alright, so we need to install those two packages, right? So here we're saying when the page loads, loading comments is set to be true. Okay, so if loading comments is true, show loading comments. But once we've loaded the comments here, set that loading comments to be false. Okay, then when we've loaded the comments, if the comments length is greater than 0, that means if the topic has comments, we want to map out those comments, right? Here we're able to, in this div we're supposed to say key equals to index. Okay, perfect. So the comment and the index, and then we're using the index for the key, and we're putting the comment.message to be here, and then we're saying the comment message should be here, and then if the comment has an image, we're going to display the image here, and then we're also going to say posted with moment. We're going to be using moments. We're going to be using moments with the date added. Okay, so now we're going to just run this. Then we're going to reload this. Okay, so you can see here we're showing the comment, yes boy posted 5 minutes ago. Now let's see another one, say testing. Then we're going to upload an image with this time around. We'll same invincible picture. We're going to loading. I see it's saying comment posted successful. You can see the comment here. You can see the comment here. Okay, so very simple. If we go back to the main page, then we can see other things here. Let's click on this. You can see other stuff. Okay, breastfeeding human testifies in church, see images. All right, so it's working perfectly now. So that's it for the Nairaland forum. Okay, so now this section, if you have just downloaded my code from my Buy Me Coffee, Thank you very much. It's very easy. What you have to do is that once you've downloaded the code, I'm going to compress it. So when you open it up, you don't even need to put npm install. All you have to do is just go to the folder that you've gotten and say npm run dev. Okay, that's all you have to do. It's going to be connected to my Firebase config file. I'm going to leave the connection there. But if you want to do yours, you have to like go to the Firebase config file and edit it with your own Firebase like account console. Okay, so it's connected to mine, so it will be running fine. Okay, I'm going to leave this running for you guys that are buying the code. Then you just npm run dev. If you're running into any issues, just let me know on Telegram, YouTube Ninja Coder, with like a screenshot of you purchasing it from the Buy Me Coffee, and I will do like a video call to you, like helping you like set it up on your local host. Okay, so just do that. Okay, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love.